So you've gotten to level 1 of social skills. Now you can have small talk with strangers on a whim. But it's kind of boring now. You kind of want to have deeper conversations, build relationships, make friends. And more importantly, actually have fun when you talk to people. So how do you do that? Well, there's a few things that you can do right now. So the next conversation that you have, you will immediately transform it into not small talk, but a deep conversation where you have tons of fun. It's extremely entertaining, and you also build a new relationship, a friend, a brother. So, first of all, you need to stand up for yourself. I mean, the prerequisite is to avoid having bad conversations, right? All relationships you have, they should be beneficial for both parties. Imagine if you have a friend, and I've heard some people do have friends like this, where your friend literally insults you. You'll be laughing, you'll have fun, and then randomly your friend will laugh at you or insult you or just do some bullshit. Imagine you had that happening to you every single time just because your friend was a bad person. Or maybe he genuinely thought it was funny and you never stood up for yourself, you never told him. So what do you do to gain respect from people? Well, you need to communicate. You need to tell them when somebody even begins doing something negative to you. You need to tell them straight up, excuse me, I didn't like you doing that. It's simpler than it sounds. You literally just need to, whenever they do something you dislike, just say you actually didn't like it. Don't laugh, don't playfully say, haha, it's funny. Don't be like, no, but we are in this social situation. I can't say I don't like it because then my peers may think I'm weird. No, just shut up, ignore all of that. If somebody does something that you dislike, tell them that you don't like it. You're allowed physically, legally, you do have the right to do that, right? It's not like you're banned from saying, hey, I didn't like you hitting my leg really hard as a joke. It wasn't funny. Don't do that again. Is that really a crime? I don't think so. So stand up for yourself. Actually communicate what you like and don't like. And then, worst case scenario, and this should rarely ever happen, but worst case scenario, they still continue to do it. And if that happens, you just walk away. And absolute worst case scenario is, a fight starts up. Maybe they keep doing it, basically hitting you, basically just doing something you tell them multiple times. Hey, stop doing it. I don't like it. They keep doing it. And now they are just doing it to disrespect you and insult you and make you mad. So maybe that'll brew up a fight. And it's the sad reality sometimes. For your beliefs and for respect, you do need to fight. And fights can be deadly and dangerous. Now, I'm not telling you to go and fight strangers or random people, but I'm just saying, it's certainly a possibility, especially if that's a friend. So, this is one of the crucial parts of vetting people. If they continue to do things you dislike, it obviously shows they don't respect you. And respect is one of the most crucial parts of friendship. So keep that in mind. Whenever someone does something to disrespect you, always combat it by communication. I know it kind of seems like it doesn't fall into the topic of this video. However, if you want to have fun conversations, don't you need to start by not having bad conversations? I'm sure you've had a friend in your life, or maybe someone in your life, where they've just constantly done something that you dislike and they never stop ever. You need to start somewhere, so start by not having bad conversations. Stand up for yourself. Now that you aren't having bad conversations anymore, what can you do to have fun, entertaining, interesting, and deep conversations? Well, I have a script here, barely any words. It's quite simple. Your social compass. Your social compass being the attraction and repulsion to every single social situation that you can come across. That also includes the topics you talk about. If you talk to somebody and you find yourself discussing a topic you genuinely just don't care about, you don't know what to say because you don't know much about it. Like, for example, smoking weed when you've never smoked weed and you don't intend to, and you find it to be very degenerate. Your social compass will be repulsed by it, like a moral compass. You find it bad, you don't want to talk about it, it's boring, you just don't like the topic. A lot of people will ignore this. They'll ignore the urge to talk about something else. What you need to do, it's going to be difficult, but what you need to do is quite literally say, you know what, I have the urge to talk about something else, I'm going to talk about something else. Genuinely, if someone is talking about something you dislike, you can literally just ask a random question. Let's say they're in the middle of their talk about like drugs, some bullshit. You can literally just say, hey bro, before you continue, I have a question. Have you ever, I don't know, insert the topic you want to talk about. Have you ever went to the gym before? Have you ever maybe read this book before? When you ask a question like that, it's so much easier to transition into the topic of choice. Have you ever gone to the gym before? No, I haven't gone to the gym. Actually, I went to the gym yesterday, and I hit a really hard workout, and I was doing back. Do you want to come with me next time? Pretty easy, right? Especially with a friend. Maybe with a stranger it's a little harder, but the same tactics still apply. You need to follow your social compass, no matter what. When you don't follow your social compass, this is what happens. The conversation isn't as fun and it isn't as deep, and you won't be funny in the conversation, and the reason as to why is because you'll just be in your head the entire time. Because think about it, if you're talking about a topic that you know nothing about, and you can't just talk in it for days on end and you won't run out of things to say, so a topic you don't like, you're going to be in your head thinking, he said this about the topic, what else can I say? What can I do to add on to this? Because you have limited options. If you know nothing about like drugs, you probably shouldn't know anything about drugs, to be honest. If you know nothing, what are you going to say? You don't know. You just don't know. So now you need to think extra hard. He said this, maybe I can comment on one of his words. And because you'll be in your mind, they'll pick up on that. This guy looks a little bit more anxious. He's kind of weird. He's not that fun to talk to. Because who wants to talk to some anxious guy? No one. So something that's very important is for you to talk about what you want to talk about no matter what. If you talk about something you dislike, you don't follow your social compass, you'll be really boring in the conversation. You won't make jokes and you won't be present because you're constantly thinking about the next thing to say. What do I say next? I don't know anything about drugs. I heard on this study that cannabis is bad for you. No, but if I say that, then he's not gonna like me because he likes God, what did I say? You're gonna be stressed. Why would you go in a conversation where you're stressed? In what world does that make sense? So you only talk about what you want to talk about, and some people won't like what you want to talk about. Some people may just genuinely not have any chemistry with you, and that's fine. You don't need to bond with everyone. That's why you talk to tons of people, because in 1 in 100 chance there's going to be at least one person that vibes with you to some level, right? There's going to be some guy you talk to out of 100 people who likes the gym or likes going to the library and reading books. There's going to be one guy who vibes with you with at least one of your values, obviously, and ideally all of your values. So you really just need to focus on talking about what you want to show the true you. And when you show the true you, you'll be a lot more polarizing, first of all, and that means that you really go into all of your opinions. If you like going to the gym, you really like the gym, and you think everyone who doesn't go to the gym is an idiot. And you'll be polarizing. So anyone who doesn't go to the gym will hate you. Anyone who likes the gym will love you because of how strong you are on your stance. The next thing and this is the last thing, is to invite them out. The reason why I started this video with saying your level 1 of social skills is because level 1 means you can basically just talk to strangers on a whim, but kind of like just small talk, not deep conversations. To transition into level 2, one of the most crucial steps, besides the deep conversations, is to invite them out to what you're going to do. So let's say you meet some guy at the gym, you just say has a workout, you have this conversation, and you figure out he likes books. You can literally just say, I'm going to the library after the gym, come join me. You can just say that. You can ask him to join you. You can both go to the library together after the workout. And a surprising amount of people will be willing to actually come with you. So now you have this buddy where you're going to the library together, you're reading together, you get his phone number. And now it can easily develop into this friendship. Maybe a lifelong friendship. This is one of the most crucial parts to making friends. Inviting them out to things. Having fun. And of course some people you talk to and you won't like them. Maybe they don't even do anything bad to you, but you just don't like them. And in those situations, of course, like don't ask for their phone number. You don't need to entertain people. Again, your social compass. Don't try and talk about what you don't want to. You want a clown. So if you don't like somebody, follow your social compass. It applies to people as well. Don't talk to them. Or keep it very limited. Of course, sometimes if it's like your school and you go to the same place every day, maybe you can't stop that. With these tips alone, I guarantee that you'll start getting into level 2 territory and you'll build a more vibrant social life. Depending on your type of person, if you're like me, big aspirations, big dick, it's going to be a little harder to find people who are like you. But to a degree, everyone kind of has big aspirations. Everyone kind of has the dream of becoming wealthy. Right? A lot of people fail, a lot of people give up. But everyone can understand the appeal of wanting to be wealthy. You just need to kind of be that guy who, you make a friend, he goes to the gym, he doesn't really focus on like business or trying to build up his life. You need to be the guy who's just there for him saying, bro, I have this idea, we can start business, it's like the main path to success, let's do it together. You need to be the one hyping him up. And when you do that, a lot of people will refuse, they'll be lazy, they won't want to do it, they won't have the discipline. But if you can just keep patting away, just keep telling them, you can do it, business will help us both, we have all these dreams, imagine this could be our future. Eventually, when you hatch away at the tree enough times, it falls. So that's something that I think is very important. However, a better way is to meet people who are already ambitious, and you probably won't see them in your hometown. That's very unlikely. In your small hometown, you find someone who's exactly like you, wants to build a business, wants to learn how to socialize, goes to the gym every day, is really hardworking, is disciplined. You aren't gonna find that person. Not in your hometown, most likely. But there is a place that you can find them. And it's online. The top link in the description is a community where people exactly like you on the same goal will be in. Hope this video helped. Check that out. Also, if you want to, if you enjoy this video, subscribe, like the video, comment on your experience of using these rules, and remember, consistency is over a lifetime. Bye bye.